and welcome to this week's edition of Chesapeake Weekly. We are still in the depths of COVID-19 or the coronavirus. This is a fast-changing situation, so I'll give you the latest, but I want to encourage you to use our online sources for your most up-to-date information. That includes our dedicated webpage, cityofchesapeake.net/COVID-19, and our Facebook at City of Chesapeake. Chesapeake Public Schools are closed through the end of the school year. Governor Ralph Northam made this announcement in his press conference on Monday. Leaders in the Chesapeake Public School system are looking at what that means for our students, teachers, and the entire community. There are a selection of lesson plans and educational resources available on their website at cpschools.com. One thing they will continue to do is to make sure every student's most basic needs are met during this time. That means providing free meals to all kids under the age of 18. Take a look.
On the first day, we served 742 breakfast meals and 742 lunch meals. We expect that number to rise as we continue with this effort to provide meals to our families and students throughout the city of Chesapeake. I'm overwhelmed by the love that they exhibit for wanting to feed our students. When we came together in such short notice to try to prepare the meals, we had an overwhelming response from those who were eager to come to work. What we essentially did was pull together 3 people from each of the schools that we would serve the meals out of, and we had so many volunteers that we literally had to put people on hold. These men and women come together every morning and they put together more than 1,700 meals in the event that we have those meal requests for students as they come to our buses. And so I'm more than happy to work with them, more than excited about the work that they do in making a difference and being a part of the Chesapeake family and education mission. We are providing options for those students who may have particular allergies. We also have a variety of milk choices that are made available to include soy milk and lactate milk in the event students can't drink white chocolate or skim milk. The menu changes from day to day, and we are adjusting the menu as we are able to get products to serve. We have transportation, thanks to Dr. David Benson and his team. They've been extremely helpful with helping planning the routes and getting people to drive the buses. The buses back in every morning around 9:30 to pick up the meals, and the bus drivers arrive with a smile on their face, and they help us in every way possible to serve our students.
A few of the other announcements made by the governor this week: for the next 30 days, all non-essential brick and mortar businesses are to close. This includes businesses like bowling alleys, movie theaters, and hair salons. Restaurants must close their dining rooms, but can maintain carry-out, delivery, or drive-through options. Essential retail businesses like grocery stores, banks, and pharmacies can remain open, but must increase sanitation and must be able to maintain social distancing. You can find details about all the governor's orders at his website, virginia.gov/coronavirus updates.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity. And let me first preface all my comments by saying that I am very glad I'm in Chesapeake. I'm telling you that my colleagues throughout the state do not have such a strong collaborative working relationship with their community and their leaders. So I'm very glad that we're in Chesapeake, and I think that our citizens...
That was Chesapeake Health Director Dr. Nancy Welsh when she made a presentation to City Council last week. The Health Department takes the lead in our city and state response to health-related emergencies. If you'd like to see the rest of her presentation, you can find it on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Chesapeake Television. Just remember that we're all to continue practicing social distancing. That means 6 feet or more between you and the next person, plus restricting all gatherings to no more than 10 people at a time. A critical piece of any medical emergency response is having a sufficient blood supply. The American Red Cross is facing a severe blood shortage due to an unprecedented number of blood drive cancellations. But donating blood is still safe for healthy individuals. The Chesapeake Sheriff's Office is holding an emergency blood drive on April 1st at their administrative offices on Albemarle Drive. Social distancing and all CDC guidelines will be enforced. Call 382-8961 to schedule your appointment or do it online at redcrossblood.org. Now let's shift gears a little bit. Instead of talking about what we can't do during this time of coronavirus, let's explore what we can do. Chesapeake Animal Services, though they are closed to the public, are still offering ways for you to adopt your new best friend. You can now do adoptions by appointment. Appointments are available from 10 to 3 on Friday and Saturday and noon to 3 on Sundays. You just have to call 382-8080 to make arrangements. And remember, if you are missing a pet, visit cityofchesapeake.net/animal services to see if your pet is listed. If it is, just give them a call to arrange to pick them up. The library continues to be a source of learning and entertainment for us, even though their buildings are closed. They're offering curbside pickup services, so you can still get your book fix. During select hours at each branch, you can pick up items you have on hold, send a fax, pick up printed documents, and even take a book from our friends of the library. Here's Library Director Amanda Jackson with more on what's still available from your Chesapeake Public Library.
You go to infopeak.org, that's our website, and then you'll see tabs called Read, Listen, Watch, Learn, Research. All of those are our online resources, and you can access them with your library card. And what we're doing right now, because we know a lot of people may not have library cards, and how can they get one? You can simply call into our libraries, any of our libraries, whichever one is the most convenient for you, and we can issue you an e-card over the phone. That way, when you go to infopeak.org, you can access ebooks, both in kids and adults. You can access movies. We've got a great website called Canopy that's now offering a lot of kids' movies for free during this time. You can listen to audiobooks and do that as a family. We have a lot of really interesting resources for things like homework help, test prep, to keep our kids engaged while they're not in schools. You can also do, if you're just looking for something to occupy the time of you and your family, there's a website that we have called Creative Bug, and this offers a lot of crafts that you can do at home. We've also got our Facebook page, so I encourage everybody to like our Facebook page, because we're going to start rolling out some things like online classes, online story times, things just to interact with the public while they can't interact with us in the more traditional way.
Get curbside pickup hours and access to all the digital library offerings at infopeak.org. One thing that continues to be said by all the coronavirus experts is that it's still okay to get outside. The Parks, Recreation, and Tourism Department is helping to make that even more interactive with regular activity videos on their Facebook page. From Animal Olympics to chair yoga, they're finding creative ways to keep you active while the community centers are closed. Now, there's also the option of enjoying one of our many walking paths, trails, and outdoor spaces, like the Chesapeake Arboretum. The Arboretum is truly a hidden gem right in the heart of our city. It's a 48-acre area off North Battlefield Boulevard that promotes horticultural and environmental awareness. They recently won an award for some spectacular flowers. Take a look.
We just had the American Camellia Society come in and present us with a coast-to-coast trail sign, which we're going to put up here, and we're certified as one of 3 camellia gardens in the state of Virginia. One is the Botanical Garden, 2 is the National Arboretum up in D.C., and us here in Chesapeake, so there's 3 of us in this state. And there's camellia gardens that are certified from coast to coast, from New York all the way out to California. The different species bloom between September and April of every year. But we also here we have a real Japanese touch to it. We have a bamboo stand, which is a very invasive plant. We've used them to hardscape. They represent a Shinto temple, a gateway to enlightenment or awareness. And you see these in Asia. And one of the most popular camellias is japonica, which is from Japan naturally. So, and they bloom from January through April. This is like an oasis in the middle of a desert, okay, and it's a very peaceful place. People come down here just to read and get away from the noise. It's a nice experience, and people come. We have a lot of regular people that come here and residents that come here. We have a lot of visitors, and a nice place to come to get away from the stresses of everyday living. And then with this virus coming, I'm out here and I'm not around a lot of people, so it keeps me out of harm's way also. But a lot of people come out here, and we can see a big pickup in the traffic here because of the school is out, and so times are a little bit difficult. So this is a nice place for them to come.
Like all city parks and walking paths, the Arboretum is open from sunup to sundown, and even though it's all outside, we do ask that you continue to maintain social distancing and that you do not gather in groups of 10 or more. And we'll leave you this week again with some of your official sources for the latest information. The situation is fast moving and fast changing, so we want to send you to the resources we know will continually be updated with each new development. And please remember that during times like this, rumors and false information can cause great damage and panic. So don't share anything that you haven't heard directly from one of these official sources. For school updates, visit cpschools.com or follow them on Twitter at cpschoolsva. For library information and access to their digital offerings, visit infopeak.org. For virus-specific questions, visit vdh.virginia.gov/coronavirus or call the hotline at 757-683-2745. Now that hotline is open Monday through Saturday from 8 to 6 and on Sunday from 11 to 4. For access to online city services, visit cityofchesapeake.net/online services. And you can also still call the Customer Contact Center during normal operating hours at 382-2489. And for all city updates, visit cityofchesapeake.net/COVID-19 or follow us on Facebook at City of Chesapeake or on Twitter at About Chesapeake. Well, that does it for this edition of Chesapeake Weekly. Stay healthy, get outside, and of course, wash those hands. We'll be right back here next week. See you then.